Have you ever wondered how to make your car's engine last as long as possible? And in this video, we'll dive deep into some essential maintenance tips that can significantly extend the life of your vehicle's engine. Neglecting basic care can lead to premature wear and tear, decreased performance, and costly repairs down the road. But with just a little effort and attention, you can keep your engine purring like new for many miles to come. So let's get started on this journey to engine longevity. Importance of regular oil changes. One of the most crucial things you can do for your engine is to change the oil regularly. Oil acts as the lifeblood of your engine, lubricating all the moving parts, reducing friction, and helping to dissipate heat. However, over time, oil breaks down and becomes contaminated with dirt, debris, and byproducts of combustion, reducing its effectiveness. Your owner's manual will have specific recommendations on how often to change your oil, but as a general rule, most mechanics recommend doing it every 5,000 to 7,500 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. And when you do change it, be sure to use the right type and grade of oil for your vehicle. This information is also in your owner's manual. Using the wrong oil or neglecting oil changes can lead to increased friction, excessive wear on engine components like pistons, rings, bearings, and cylinders, and even complete engine failure in extreme cases. Sludge buildup from old oil can also clog vital passages and restrict oil flow, starving parts of lubrication. Regular oil changes not only help extend your engine's life, but can also improve fuel efficiency and performance. So don't skip this vital maintenance task. Your engine will thank you for it with smooth, reliable operation for years to come. Importance of air filters. Another simple but often overlooked maintenance item is your air filters. Your engine needs a steady supply of clean air to run efficiently, and that's where the air filters come in. They trap dirt, dust, pollen, and other particles, preventing them from entering the engine and causing damage. There are typically two types of air filters in your vehicle: the engine air filter and the cabin air filter. The engine air filter keeps contaminants out of the engine's intake system, while the cabin air filter helps maintain good air quality inside the passenger compartment. Like oil filters, these air filters need to be replaced periodically, usually every 12,000 to 15,000 miles for the engine air filter and every 15,000 to 30,000 miles for the cabin air filter. Clogged filters can restrict airflow, reducing your engine's performance and increasing fuel consumption. In extreme cases, they can even allow contaminants to enter the engine, leading to wear and tear on internal components like pistons, rings, and cylinders. Replacing these filters is a quick, inexpensive, and straightforward task that can make a big difference in your engine's health and longevity. It's also a good idea to check them periodically and replace them if they appear excessively dirty or clogged, even if they haven't reached their recommended service interval. Coolant system maintenance. Next up, let's talk about your vehicle's coolant system. This system is responsible for keeping your engine at the proper operating temperature, preventing it from overheating. The coolant, also known as antifreeze, circulates through the engine, absorbing heat, and then passing through the radiator where it's cooled down before circulating back into the engine. Over time, coolant can become contaminated or break down, reducing its effectiveness. That's why it's essential to have your coolant system flushed and refilled periodically, typically every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, or as recommended by your manufacturer. During this service, the old coolant is drained and the system is flushed to remove any built-up deposits, rust, or contaminants. Fresh, new coolant is then added, along with any necessary additives or sealants. It's also a good idea to have the radiator cap, hoses, and other components inspected and replaced if necessary. Neglecting your coolant system can lead to overheating, which can cause severe engine damage or even complete engine failure. Overheating can warp or crack cylinder heads, damage gaskets and seals, and even cause catastrophic failure like a blown head gasket or cracked engine block. So don't skip this crucial maintenance task. It's a small price to pay to protect your engine from costly repairs down the line. And remember, never remove the radiator cap when the engine is hot, as the cooling system is pressurized and hot coolant can cause severe burns. Importance of timely belt replacement. Moving on, let's discuss the importance of replacing your vehicle's belts on time. Most modern vehicles have one or more belts that drive important components like the alternator, water pump, air conditioning compressor, and sometimes even the camshafts in the case of timing belts. These belts are made of durable materials like rubber or composite materials, but they're not indestructible. Over time, they can become cracked, frayed, or stretched, which can lead to slippage or even complete failure. If a belt fails while you're driving, it can cause serious damage to your engine or other components. For example, if the serpentine belt, which drives multiple components, breaks, you could experience a loss of power steering, loss of the alternator, which charges the battery, and even overheating if the water pump is driven by the same belt. If a timing belt fails on vehicles that have one, it can cause the camshafts and valves to become out of sync with the pistons, leading to costly damage as the valves strike the pistons or other components. That's why it's essential to have your belts inspected regularly and replaced according to your manufacturer's recommendations, which is typically every 60,000 to 100,000 miles for most vehicles. Don't wait for a belt to squeal or show visible signs of damage. By then, it may be too late. Replacing belts may seem like a minor expense, but it's a small price to pay to avoid costly breakdowns, repairs, and potential engine damage down the road. Maintaining proper fuel system health. Next up, we'll talk about maintaining the health of your vehicle's fuel system. This system is responsible for delivering the proper amount of fuel to your engine, ensuring it runs efficiently and produces the power you need. Over time, however, the fuel system can become clogged or contaminated with deposits and debris, which can lead to a variety of issues like rough idling, decreased fuel economy, and even engine misfires, hesitation, or stalling. That's why it's important to have your fuel system cleaned and maintained periodically. This typically involves using specialized equipment to flush the fuel lines, injectors, and other components, removing any built-up deposits or contaminants. Additionally, it's a good idea to replace your fuel filter according to your manufacturer's recommendations, which is typically every 30,000 to 60,000 miles for most vehicles. The fuel filter helps trap any dirt or debris before it can reach the sensitive fuel injectors or other components. A well-maintained fuel system can improve your engine's performance, fuel efficiency, and overall longevity, so don't neglect this crucial area of maintenance. Neglecting it can lead to increased emissions, poor performance, and potentially even damage to fuel system components like injectors or the fuel pump. Importance of regular tune-ups. Speaking of engine performance, let's talk about the importance of regular tune-ups. A tune-up is a more comprehensive service that typically involves inspecting and replacing various components, like spark plugs, distributor caps, and ignition wires, if applicable, as well as adjusting various engine components to ensure they're operating within specifications. Over time, these components can wear out or become fouled, leading to issues like rough idling, poor acceleration, decreased fuel economy, and even increased emissions. By having a tune-up performed according to your manufacturer's recommendations, typically every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, you can help ensure your engine is running at peak performance and efficiency. During a tune-up, your mechanic will also likely inspect other components like your battery, belts, hoses, and fluid levels, addressing any issues or potential problems they find. They may also recommend additional services like a fuel system cleaning or transmission service, depending on your vehicle's needs. While tune-ups may seem like an unnecessary expense, they can actually save you money in the long run by improving your engine's performance, fuel efficiency, and longevity. Plus, they can help identify and address potential issues before they become more serious and more costly problems down the road. Timely battery replacement. Let's not forget about your vehicle's battery. It's the heart that keeps everything running. Over time, batteries can become discharged or lose their ability to hold a charge, which can leave you stranded with a dead battery. That's why it's important to have your battery tested periodically, typically every 12 to 24 months, and replaced when necessary. Most mechanics and auto parts stores offer free battery testing, so there's no excuse not to stay on top of this crucial component. Replacing your battery before it completely fails can save you the hassle and expense of being stranded or having to call for a jump start or tow. It's a small investment that can provide peace of mind and help ensure your vehicle starts reliably every time. Well, there you have it. Some essential and detailed maintenance tips to help extend the life of your engine and keep your vehicle running smoothly for years to come. Remember, neglecting basic maintenance like oil changes air filter replacements, coolant system flushes, belt replacements, fuel system cleanings, tune-ups, and timely battery replacements can lead to premature wear and tear, decreased performance, increased emissions, and costly repairs down the road, and in some cases, even complete engine failure. By staying on top of these critical maintenance tasks, you can not only extend the life of your engine, but also improve its performance, fuel efficiency, and overall reliability. It's a small investment of time and money that can pay big dividends in the long run. So take care of your vehicle, and it will take care of you. Follow these tips, and you'll be able to enjoy many more miles of smooth, reliable driving. Thank you for watching, and happy motoring.